The Pope is dead.
The throne is vacant.
Conclave is such a fascinating story. For the three of you, and we could just go down the line. Stanley, you can start. What appealed to you about the themes of this movie?
Everything. I had read the complexity of it. I had read the book when it first came out. A couple years later, I was sent the script, and it was as brilliant as the book. And when I heard that Edward was directing it and that Rafe would be a part of it, Isabella, I was so very, very excited. It's a really complex story. It's a kind of movie that isn't necessarily made anymore. Fewer and fewer of them made every year. It was something that you could really sink your intellectual teeth into.
The themes, well, it was a page turner to read when I first got it. I felt myself immediately drawn to the character of Lawrence, with this a man who's I think would rather leave the Vatican and go into a monastery. He has a philosophical dimension to him. He finds himself as the actor was a great challenge, the great not a challenge, but also opportunities to try and get under the skin of a man who's got the interior conflict. Whilst he would like to be a monk, he's now got to run the conclave. And we know quite early on that he has doubts, and he actually advocates the importance of doubt as something on which to strengthen your faith. I think he's championing the mystery at the heart of faith, which is not a place for certainty. But of course, the Catholic Church has built itself on very strict rules, which contain this element of certainty. This is how it should be. It can't be this. It has to be that. A woman can never say mass. So these apps, they are interpretations of the scriptures. And I think Lawrence, being an ally of Bellini, who is the liberal candidate, I think advocates questioning, and therefore in questioning we doubt that the church's rules are always right. And that is a provocation and an important one. But I think it comes at a personal cost. But it was. Listen, it's dramatic on many levels for all of us. It's a political thriller, but it takes place in the Vatican, and I think it operates at its most accessible. We're talking about these bigger themes, but really it's just an exciting drama. Who is worthy of the place of Pope? Who is going to get it? There are all these men who think they're worthy of it, and are they going to get it? And are they worthy of it? And that's, I think, that keeps the audience engaged and excited.
And for me, you said, women can never give mass. And of course, there is a very strict role for women. But it doesn't mean that women haven't found their voices and their authority. And that's what I loved about the script. Yes, it portrays that women are servants and they don't have any authority, but they have a moral authority. And that, to me, was what appealed to me to the character of Sister Agnes, to portray that within this frame and these rules that are being so constrictive, you can still find a voice. It doesn't mean that you're totally repressed.
What do you hope audiences take away from the film?
Well, one, we hope they like it.
Yes.
Two, that they get a glimpse into this world that only a handful of people know. And I think that they understand that, I suppose in some ways it's our world in microcosm.
Yeah, I think that I think it's great to come away from a film with questions, not with having received a message. Audience will be asking themselves about the power within religion, about religious structures. They should ask themselves about the value of the spiritual life, the value of having any kind of church. Where is it? I mean, I think it's full of, it provokes complex questions, whether about politics or faith or religion or society, about where obviously it's a male-dominated hierarchical structure, and that's to be questioned. Surely it's to be questioned. Why do we continue to have a church where women are excluded to this extent? So those are questions. I think hopefully they come away really asking those questions.
And maybe God answered the question with the ending.
What happened?
They say a heart attack.
You know how rumor spreads, and 1.25 billion souls watching.
Well done, Lawrence.
It seems the responsibility for the Conclave falls upon you.